Yo, what's up guys? Dope Sensei here. Today we're talking about Tokyo transportation. We'll be talking about 4 transportation methods: train, bus, taxi, and bicycle. We're gonna be having Tats help us out today.
Yo.
All right, let's go travel around Tokyo.
Okay, first step to making your transportation experience in Tokyo smooth is getting what is called a Suica card. This will allow you to access all the transportation methods we'll be talking today without fumbling around for cash, looking for the proper price of tickets, and it'll actually be slightly cheaper than buying actual tickets. You can also buy snacks and drinks at convenience stores and vending machines with this card as well. So first, how to get these Suica cards. These cards will work in train lines that aren't JR as well, such as Tokyo and Toei, and almost all over Japan. You should get the cards in the same way that the locals get it, because even though there are alternatives for travelers, such as welcome Suica cards or ways to pre-order them online and pick them up at the airport, the former doesn't allow you to get refunds, although there isn't a 500 yen deposit like the ones that the locals get do, and the latter takes around a 400 yen margin. So here's how you do it. Line up at a JR ticket machine. JR is the name of a train line company. Change the language to English. Press the purchase Suica button and press the amount you want to put into the card initially. Deposit will be subtracted from this amount. Put in that amount of money into the machine. It would be best to put in the amount of money you plan to use for transportation, plus a little bit more just to be safe or just to buy a few snacks or drinks along the way. You can also recharge them with the same machine. We'll talk about how to refund the Suica at this timestamp right here. Alright, now let's get on the train, which will most likely be the main form of transportation for you in Tokyo. If you have a Japan Rail Pass, which we'll link a separate video to from another channel in the description below, you'll be able to use that to ride any JR line with this logo on it. But there are a lot of places you can't get to on just the JR line, such as Roppongi and Asakusa. So first of all, make sure you're getting into the right train station, because there are cases where there are multiple different train stations in very close proximity. Shibuya alone has the JR, the Tokyo Metro, Tokyo, and Keio. So make sure you have that right. Now go through the gates that doesn't have a red stop signal on it. Tap your card and make sure you know which platform number or which direction train you are trying to get onto. Wait for the train and get in. As a general courtesy, wait for the people that are coming out first. By the way, just a little quick fact here. There was a survey done about the top 10 most annoying things that people do on the train in Japan, which you would obviously want to avoid. In third place is how to hold your luggage, especially for people with backpacks, because if you leave it on your back, you lack awareness of what you're hitting with your bag. So if you have a backpack, put it between your legs or at least in front of you so you're not whacking around people without you knowing it. Second place is manners when getting on and off the train, such as when you're getting on the train, staying right in front of the entrance, so you're blocking the way for other people. Make sure to go all the way into the center of the car so more people can enter. And first place is the way you sit at your seat. Don't take up more space than necessary and make as much room as possible for other people to sit. And also, when you see an elderly person standing, it would be great if you could let them sit. Alright, after your train ride, make sure to know which exit you're getting out of, because some stations, such as Shinjuku Station, have a lot of exits. It's a really big station. Now, in the case that you didn't have enough money in your Suica card, the gates will flap closed and show you a red sign. In this case, go to the nearest fare adjustment machine within the gates that looks like this and put in enough money so you can get through the gates. There will be cases like this, so make sure you have some cash on hand. We went from Shibuya to Shinjuku. This ride cost 157 yen with the Suica card. Without it, it would have been 160 yen. Alright, and after that, look for this sign to exit out of the station and enjoy. Alright, now we're getting on buses. Buses can be a little bit tricky because the way you ride them can differ depending on the region of Tokyo. For the most part, if you're in the 23 wards, you enter from the front and pay in the beginning. But if you're in a more rural area, you will enter from the back and pay at the end. Since we are in the 23 wards, we will enter from the front. We'll scan your Suica card, go into the bus, and wait till the station that you want to stop at is announced, and it'll show on this display in the front of the bus as well. When you hear that, press the button that are located on the sides of the bus next to the windows, and it'll light up indicating that it will stop at that next stop. If you don't press this button, it won't stop at that stop, so be aware of that. When the bus gets to your destination, get off of the bus. Make sure not to step in the yellow line near the exit because the doors won't open as a safety measure. Buses typically cost a flat fee of 210 yen per ride. Now we got off this random bus stop just to demonstrate how to use a taxi. There are two ways you can do it. Number one is waving down a taxi, since there is a lot of taxis driving around, but the one we recommend is number two, which is getting the Japan Taxi app. It's basically like an Uber in that it'll tell you the price beforehand and you can see the car on the map to see where the car is now. But they may take a little bit of extra cost for calling the taxi to come pick you up. In our case, we were in a pretty busy street with an abundance of taxis, so we waved one down. Make sure that sign has this sign on it, meaning vacant, or else they won't stop for you. If you waved down the taxi, you'll have to state your destination, but with the app, there really is no need because you've inputted it into the app. If you use the app, it'll charge you on your credit card. If not, you can pay with your Suica card or the credit card itself. Oh, and yes, the doors do open and close automatically. Taxis are quite pricey and will have an initial cost around 400 to 500 yen for the first 1.052 kilometers. It'll be labeled on the side of the car. It'll also have an additional cost for rides past 10 p.m. After the first 1.052 kilometers, it will use a combination of time and distance to calculate the cost. Our ride was around 3 kilometers and it cost us 1,300 yen, so you can see this is quite a pricey option. And now we are in Harajuku. Alright, now we'll use these electric bicycles. There is a website and app which we linked below that you can use to see where there are bicycle spots that you can rent and return these bicycles. Make sure to know where you're gonna be returning the bicycles beforehand. You can also link your Suica card to your bike share account, which you will need to rent the bike, so you can just scan your Suica card for each bicycle ride. First, make an account on the bike share app, also linked below. And in the process, you'll be asked if you want to register for a membership card. Press don't register membership card for now. After you're done with the registration, go to corrections, change membership information, membership card registration, and you will get a registration passcode. Now what you do with this registration passcode is when you get to the bikes, you press start, then enter that passcode that you received, and scan your Suica card. When that was successful, press start and scan your IC card again, and you should be ready to use the bicycle. The bicycle is electric powered, so you can turn it on and turn the lights on or off. By the way, having a light on at night is necessary by law. Or you can increase or decrease the amount of electrical assistance that you will get when you pedal the bike, making it a breeze to cycle around. The one thing I forgot to do was to check the amount of charge on the bicycle beforehand because it says 0, which means it's out of battery. So I had a hard time pedaling compared to Tats. When you're done, go to the nearest bicycle station, park it and lock it, and press enter, and it should say return. It'll cost 150 yen as an initial cost, and 100 yen for every 30 minutes onward, plus taxes, which is 10%. You can see the final cost in your bike share account, and it is charged to your credit card. Alright, now you're done with your Tokyo trip and you're ready to head back home. Back home as in out of Japan, and you have no use for the Suica card anymore. But what if you have money left in your card? Well, one option is to splurge it all on snacks and chuhais at a convenience store, or you could get a refund. You can go to the train station staff in these little window areas here and ask for a refund saying, "Harai modoshi onegai shimasu." Or they will probably understand you by just saying, "Please give me a refund," or a refund. Narita Airport also has a Suica refund machine. Refunds will take a 210 yen refund fee, so you aren't getting all of your money back. The amount left in the Suica card plus 500 yen deposit minus 220 yen is what you'll be getting.
All right, that is it for the 4 transportation methods in Tokyo. What did you think about the experience overall?
The train, the taxi, the bus wasn't too bad, but I found the bicycle to be a bit complicated because of the registration process was quite hard, as well as I think your bike was kind of broken.
Yeah, so I didn't check the battery life on that little handlebar thing. So make sure to check that when you ever use that, because that really helped with the riding experience.
Yeah,
right?
I was like a mile ahead of you.
So you
I
pedal.
felt like I was going downhill while I was going uphill.
All right, so mainly you'll probably be using the train, and make sure if you have the Japan Rail Pass JR lines with that logo, you can use that to ride on it for free, right?
Yeah.
There's some apps out there that optimize your path that you go on for Japan Rail Pass, so make sure to check that out. All right, that is it. If you have any comments or questions, please let us know down below. Other than that, please hit that like button and that subscribe button. All right, see you guys in the next video.